How's it going, everyone? If you would, from please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. So I do have another review for you. It's going to be the Housemaid. It's Housemaid, directed by Paul Feig. If you know who Paul Feig is, he directed he directed Bridesmaids. He did a Spy with Melissa McCarthy. He did another Melissa McCarthy movie. Actually, did it's called The Fuzz. It was Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock, and he also directed that all female Ghostbusters, really controversial all female Ghostbusters movie back in 2016. So this is his new film, or his latest, I should say. I wouldn't say new. Latest film, The Housemaid, and so this stars Sidney Sweeney, uh, Amanda Seyfried. That is a return right there. I haven't seen Amanda Seyfried in anything in a while, so it was kind of cool to see her come back. And Brandon Sklenar. I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce his name. It's Brandon Sklenar. So, and then Elizabeth Perkins is in here also, who I remember from Weeds, Cecilia Rhodes. So it was nice to see her in this too. So this is basically this is a thriller. This is like a throwback to like the '90s thrillers. So this is about Sydney Sweeney. She plays Millie Calloway, and Millie Calloway, she's this girl who comes to work for this affluent, basically this rich couple, Nina and Andrew Winchester, played by Amanda Seyfried and Brandon Sklenar, and she's their house sitter. She becomes their house sitter, and she's sort of doing this to kind of run away from her past. She has like this really dark past, which I won't ruin here, but she does have a dark past, and she's so because of her dark past, this is what she has to do. She has to become a housemaid, and during everything, she just notices there's something off about Nina. Nina's just evil. She's acting erratic, kind of crazy at times, and just being a straight up, just being a bitch to her, basically. And she, so this is and it's and she's kind of wondering after a while, is this really worth going through all this, dealing with this crazy woman, and then some weird things going on with Andrew as well too, or things between her and Andrew. They get kind of weird. So what I will say about this movie, I was surprised. I normally am not the biggest fan of trashy thrillers. Or you know what? I take it back. I like trashy thrillers if they're done right. I remember the one I saw with Idris Elba and Beyonce. What was it called? I think it was called like Obsessed or something like that. It had Ollie Larder in it. And I wasn't like the craziest fan of it, but it was a fine movie. It's like I said, it's just a trashy thriller. You know, the somebody's caught up in this crazy situation. There's a crazy girl in there somewhere. It's usually the girl's crazy. Sometimes they flip it, the guy's crazy, but it's usually the girl's crazy. Think back to the '90s. Think like Hand That Rocks the Cradle. What's the other one? Single White Female. Just old school movies like that. And that's basically what this is. This is a standard like '90s trashy thriller, but I will say, like, in terms of all the trashy thrillers we've gotten recently, this is the best one that's ever been done. I was really shocked. From the twist, even kind of got me too. I was like, whoa, I didn't see it coming. But no, like I said, I did like this. I like the performances. Amanda Seyfried is definitely playing this up, and she is playing the crazy, the crazy wife. So she's definitely playing this up. And then you know she's playing as Nina Winchester. And then Sidney Sweeney, like I said, it's something that's holding her there, and that's to where she has to do this. And I really, her being like this innocent housemaid, I really bought her as that too. And then you have Brandon Sklenar, who plays, like I said, he plays Andrew Winchester, the husband to Amanda Seyfried's character, and he's just like, he's not very you can tell he's not very happy with his wife. And when you see his wife, you're like, well, I kind of see why, she's crazy. But I really did enjoy this, and I think Paul Feig did a really good job, like I said, of reinventing like the trashy thrillers from the '90s, because that's what this is. It's like a trashy, like erotica thriller. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty good. But yeah, if that is my one complaint, like I said, it's very basic. It's formulaic, but they like I said, they do something to sort of shake up the movie a little bit towards the end, and I really did enjoy the shake up. I actually enjoyed Sidney Sweeney, her character, Millie Calloway. I thought her backstory was pretty good too. They did a really good job on her backstory as well. But yeah, if I had to give this movie a review, I am going to. I was I was torn, but I'm probably gonna go moderate. But this is a good moderate recommend. This is a pretty good moderate recommend. I say I couldn't really go higher because it did have a lot of the elements of just like a trashy thriller. And they're talking about making a sequel to this movie. So, but I thought this was actually a surprisingly good thriller. So if you want to check it out, I think you it's not free on streaming. I don't know what streaming service it would be free on. I know on my service I had to pay for it. I watched it with my brother, and he was signed up to something else through Amazon Prime. I think that's why we didn't have to pay for it. But yeah, definitely check out The Housemaid. If you haven't seen it, again, it's The Housemaid. I went moderate recommend on this. Not a bad thriller at all. I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't necessarily. I was leaning towards solid when I watched it, but the more I thought about it, I was like, it is pretty. It's other than what they do towards the end, it is pretty standard and straightforward. So yeah, The Housemaid, the solid recommend, or a solid recommend, a moderate recommend. But again, a moderate recommend, I think you should really check out. This was a surprisingly good film. And like I said, if you liked the movie, hated the movie, whatever, you can comment in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.